So a pretty silly situation is happening on the Artemis II. Pretty sticky situation they're in. It seems like just hours after the launch to the moon, the Artemis II crew was facing a giant nightmare where the bathroom had actually broken inside of the tiny spacecraft. The article that I found basically says that the Orion capsule is equipped with the brand new Universal Waste Management System, which costs $30 million for a super high-tech toilet that's designed to fix decades of astronaut complaints. But shortly into the historic flight, apparently it kind of crashed out on them. The mission specialist, Christina Koch, reported that there was like a blinking faulty light that was basically saying, this shit's broken. And it looks like the toilet's urine collection fan was completely jammed. I honestly don't know what a urine collection fan is. When I think of urine and a fan, I think of it getting blown back on me. So it sounds like something that really shouldn't mix, but maybe that's how astronauts do it. I'm not really sure. It seemed like they had contact with mission control at their home base where they actually lifted off from. And at that command center, they were able to basically turn into plumbers for space people that were able to talk to them over the comms and be able to help them fix it. It says that NASA confirmed that the crew should still be able to use the commode for solid waste. The astronauts were forced to use backup bags that they used for the pee whenever they would go to the bathroom. And it looks like they actually had their engineers scrambling to find a fix, which is good. They should really be on it. I feel like if I was in outer space and I was trapped in there with a bunch of people and we all had to use the bathroom, but that shit was broken, that would be such a terrible situation. So I'm sure it was pretty interesting. But it looks like the flight control people in Houston actually walked Koch through a complex series of steps which helped them access and fix the fan, clearing the jam and rebooting the system, basically acting as long distance space plumbers. It looks like the ground team that was back here on Earth successfully brought the $30,000 toilet back into commission before the crew went to sleep, eventually giving the all clear while giving them some highly specific advice, telling the crew to let the system get to operating speed before donating fluid. So they had to give it a little bit of time to warm up, it looks like. It looks like NASA actually made a tweet as well saying, I'm the space plumber. I'm proud to call myself the space plumber. The Astro Christina, I'm assuming that's Christina Koch, train for all the roles so that they can jump in whenever they're needed. Sometimes that means fixing vital machinery like the spacecraft toilet, for sure, which I feel like sounds like a huge deal on a spacecraft like that. That was probably pretty crazy. There also is a video that was posted on Twitter. We're going to go ahead and watch a little bit of this as well, just them having a little bit of an interview with the people on the spacecraft, it looks like.
I'll take that one. I'm the space plumber. I'm proud to call myself the space plumber. I like to say that it is probably the most important piece of equipment on board. So we were all breathing a sigh of relief when it turned out to be just fine. It was just an issue, I think, of sitting for a long time and needing a little time to warm up, a priming issue. But we did originally think that there could have been potentially something fouling up the motor, and luckily we are all systems go.
Okay, so as you can see, they did think that there was a little bit of a clog, or maybe somebody had a little extra big number two that they had to drop in there and it busted up the $30,000 machine, but obviously they were able to fix it. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about this today because it was a little bit more lighthearted and interesting still, and it's also about something that's important for all of us because these people going in this rocket to expand our civilization is pretty wild. So the fact that they ran into such a silly thing and were able to come across a good, easy fix that wasn't too difficult and they didn't have to turn around and come back to find a toilet somewhere is obviously very good. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think. What would you do in a situation like that? And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.